out as a Star 3 student in the 5th grade. He arrives at school with a positive attitude and is eager to learn new things. Jason is kind to his classmates and always willing to help others. He takes pride in his schoolwork, submits his assignments on time, and pays close attention during lessons. As teachers, we appreciate his respectfulness and responsibility. Jason actively participates in class discussions and isn't afraid to ask questions. His hard work, consistency, dedication, and kindness are commendable. Liberty Elementary School is proud to name Jason Bowman as our Star 3 student. Northeastern Randolph Middle School, Gabe Fettner. Middle school can be a tough time for students as they juggle new peer groups from different schools and the added stress of changing classes. It's even more so when you add to that the stress of being new at our school district. But our Star 3 student has seamlessly made the adjustment and carved a solid spot for himself amongst our Patriot family. Academically, he excels in all of his classes and has been on the principal's lists for all 3 quarters. During our grade level intramural contest, he has been a powerhouse in helping his team to secure victories in all of our competitive events. He is kind, thoughtful, and poses really good questions during these class discussions. He regularly submits quality work that embodies the work ethic of what we want our Patriots to achieve. It is because of this that we nominate Gabe Fettner as our Star 3 student. Providence Grove High School, Lindsay Browder. We are proud to recognize Lindsay Browder as our Star 3 student at Providence Grove High School. Lindsay consistently demonstrates the value of kindness, dedication, and leadership, both in the classroom and beyond. Lindsay is always kind and considerate to her classmates and teachers, contributing to a positive and welcoming environment at Providence Grove. She is conscientious about her grades, consistently working hard to maintain high academic standards and ensuring her success in all subjects. As a dedicated member of the cross-country team, swim team, and track team, Lindsay shows perseverance, teamwork, and determination in her athletic pursuits. Lindsay actively contributes to the school community through her involvement in the Student Government Association and Fellowship of Christian Students, where she makes a meaningful impact. Outside of school, Lindsay enjoys church activities, baking and running, showcasing her diverse talents and interests. Her passion for these activities reflects her discipline, creativity, and love for learning. Lindsay Browder is an outstanding student who embodies the qualities of a Star 3 role model for her peers. We are honored to celebrate her achievements and contributions at Providence Grove High School. She makes every day a great day to be a Patriot. Ramseur Elementary School, Salceed Organista Helcha. Ramseur Elementary is proud to recognize 5th grade student Salceed Organista Helcha as our Star 3 student for April. Salceed constantly gives her best effort across all subject areas. She is always willing to answer questions and share her ideas, especially in math. She is an avid reader and approaches learning opportunities with curiosity and an extraordinary eagerness to learn. Chelsea's positive attitude and genuine desire to help others is exemplary, and her collaborative spirit makes her an excellent team player. Ramseur is delighted to nominate Salceed as our Star 3 student for April. Randleman Elementary School, Samantha Santamaria. Samantha consistently upholds school and classroom expectations regardless of the setting or supervision. She puts forth her best effort in all tasks and encourages her peers to do the same. Samantha actively participates in discussions, demonstrates a strong willingness to learn, and is always willing to help others. She approaches every situation with a positive attitude and never complains. Her leadership, kindness, and dedication make her a valuable role model within our school community, and we are proud to name her as our Star 3 student. Randleman High School, Emma Herring. Randleman High School is thrilled to celebrate Emma Herring as our Star 3 student. Emma embodies dedication and thoughtfulness both in and out of the classroom. One of her teachers praises her consistent preparation, insightful contributions to discussions, and exceptional performance on assignments. However, Emma's impact extends far beyond academics. As a vital member of the Randleman High School student body, she actively participates in Beta Club and excels on the cross-country and track teams. Her commitment to service shines as a student ambassador, where she tutors elementary students, assists teachers, and serves as an inspiring role model. Emma's academic excellence is further highlighted by her enrollment in advanced placement in Randolph Community College classes, all while maintaining one of the highest GPAs in her class. Emma's unwavering spirit and dedication truly make her a shining star among her peers. Congratulations, Emma, on this well-deserved recognition. Randleman Middle School, Zach Dees. Zach exemplifies what Randleman Middle School is all about. Zach manages his time effectively and balances the demands of his schoolwork and with his sports schedules. He is committed to continuous improvement, always striving to perform his best in every aspect of his education and athletic pursuits. His strong work ethic, positive attitude, and leadership qualities inspire his peers, while his academic achievements and athletic successes set an example of how hard work and passion can lead to excellence. Whether playing a sport or in the classroom, Zach exemplifies the power of balance and determination. Randleman Middle School is proud to recognize Zach Dees as our Star 3 student. We are now going to get a picture. Congratulations. You are now dismissed. We will recognize our Beta Club winners next. Thank you for coming.
You got it. Just give me that look and I'll know you're making an assistant, I'll jump over. I'll get like this later.
Only 5%.
This person. He looks like he's trying to mingle in that line and out the door. It looked like you were kind of trying to mingle in that line.
I was. Let's see if I can go on out.
That's what it looked like you were trying to do.
We had it. The girl that he was not. I think things were right. And she said, no, she came up and everything. And when it was over, she came up and said, level cross.
Yeah, the girl.
Yeah, that was the girl. She was actually from that elementary. It was Samantha from, you know. So I was like, okay, you know, she didn't say anything different, and that's what mom said. Yeah. Just go with it. My junior year, we had
Established in 1934, the National Beta Club is a national organization devoted to honoring and recognizing students for their achievement, character, and leadership qualities, as well as encouraging growth through service and camaraderie. From the first club of 15 members at Landrum High School in Landrum, South Carolina, to an international student organization with 500,000 members annually, National Beta has grown in size, but its focus and values have held steadfast and true to the vision of nurturing concepts of positive student leadership and service. Members learn leadership skills that will undoubtedly serve them well in their future endeavors. The 83rd Annual North Carolina Senior Beta State Convention was held on January 30 through February 1st, and the 33rd Annual Junior Beta State Convention was held on February 2 through 3, both at the Curry Convention Center in Greensboro. This evening, we want to recognize middle and high school students from the Randolph County School System who have been awarded Beta State Convention Awards for 2025. These Junior Beta students will advance to the National Junior Beta Club Convention held June 29 through July 3, 2025, while the National Senior Beta Convention will be held June 22 through 26, 2025, both in Orlando, Florida at the Gaylord Palms Resort and Convention Center. Students, as your name is called, if you would, please come forward to receive a Pride in RCSS certificate from our Board of Education. And anyone here in support of these students is welcome to stand. We will get group pictures of each school after all Beta Club award winners from each school have received their certificate. For each school, we will do several different photos. Randolph Early College High School, academics. Second place, Agri-Science, ninth grade, Tony Zoe. First, Agri-Science, 11th grade, Lacey Allen. Third, Biomedical, 11th grade, Jonathan Dean. Third, Biomedical, 12th grade, Dita Ahmed. Third, French, 9th grade, Vanessa Salinas Sakeris. Third, French, 10th grade, Miriam Ahmed. Third, French, 12th grade, Shadea Pugh. First, Health and Physical Ed, 10th grade, Brian Cook. Fourth, Language Arts, 10th grade, Mariala Campazona Rodriguez. First, Language Arts, 12th grade, Alexis Flowers. Third, Math, 10th grade, Laura Sprague. Third place, Math, 12th grade, Alvin Liu. Fourth place, Psychology, 9th grade, Ayman Abdul. Fifth place, Psychology, 11th grade, Christina Lynn. Second place, Science, 9th grade, Wilson Asensio Mendez. Second place, Science, 12th grade, Noah Allsbrook. First place, Spanish, 9th grade, Emmanuel Ramirez Bolanos. Fourth place, Spanish, 10th grade, Beatrice Vences Solis. Fifth place, Spanish, 12th grade, Vanessa Perez. Second place, Speech Division 1, Miriam Ahmed. First place, Speech Division 2, Hunter Shackelford. First place, Spelling, 9th grade, Christine Nicholas. First place, Spelling, 11th grade, Landon Ullman. Third place, Spelling, 12th grade, Brian Ear. First place, U.S. History, 11th grade, Dallas Harrison. And fifth place, U.S. History, 12th grade, Lauren Bird.
Go ahead and see everybody's face.
All right, you may be seated. are the very same people. So, we're not gonna make them go sit back down. Team competitions. Third place accessorized design and first place apparel design. Mariela Campuzano Rodriguez.
This is apparel design, right?
And accessorized design.
They get two different.
Reagan Edwards. Lauren Fields. Maria Garcia. Harmony Huggins. Kendall Reynolds. Elizabeth San Juan Rangel. And Laura Sprague.
Yeah. Laura. There you go. Thank you. Congratulations. There you go. Congratulations.
Congratulations. You may be seated. First place book battle. Ayman Abdul, Kellen Allman, Jesus Campuzano Rodriguez, Mariela Campuzano Rodriguez.
I do? Okay. Do we have the right one? All right. Congratulations. Know your name right now. All right. Sit up here, we'll give your picture.
Congratulations. First place club trading pin, Damian Elliott, Daphne Melton, Kendall Reynolds, Elizabeth York, and Jacob York.
Kendall? Congratulations.
Congratulations. Second place digital portfolio, Lauren Bird and Brian Eater.
That's why he was first.
Congratulations. Second place engineering, Jonathan Dean, Dallas Harrelson, Jacob Link, Luke Rhodes, Ben Richel, Tony Zoe.
No Dallas. And you are Jonathan. Congratulations, Jacob.
Congratulations. First place marketing and communications, Miriam Ahmed, Alexis Flowers, Lydia Hill, Vanessa Perez, and Hunter Shackelford. place performing arts, large group, Landon Allman, Kellen Allman, Zoe Burleson, Addison Causey, Lydia Hill, Darlene Lee, Hannah McNeil, Jade McNeil, Daphne Milton, Shadea Pugh, Naomi Rhodes, Elizabeth San Juan Rango, Laura Sprague, and Beatrice Vinces Solis.
Congratulations. Yes, congratulations.
Third place robotics, Dita Ahmed, Noah Alsbrook, Damian Elliott, Alvin Liu, Yancy Ruiz Escobar, Tony Zoe. Congratulations. First place scrapbook, Lauren Bird, Kevin Dominguez, Brian Ear, Maria Garcia,
It's changed a lot since I was.
Reese Hebner, Alyssa Wynn,
The only reason I know about it is I had a child.
Min On Wynn,
I wasn't.
Christine Nicholas, Maddie Paris, Ashley Ruiz, Addison Ruth,
I really don't know what I did.
Vanessa Selmas Zacharias, October Weisner, Elizabeth York, and Jacob York.
All right, everybody take 2 steps back.
Yeah, back up. There you go.
To the left.
There you go.
And to the
There
left,
you
yeah.
go. Perfect.
Back to the right. Back to the right.
Two steps to the right.
Rich.
And over,
You have it out there.
We're still got 50 people right now.
I just gave it to some sweet girl standing up there. He just handed her an award, whether it was her name or not. And she didn't say a word.
She didn't say a word.
She didn't say a word.
Congratulations. Maria Salinskis Zacharias, Laura Sprague. Austin Crabtree, Katie Fuller, Jacob Link, Hunter Shackelford, and Jacob York.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. Do it yourself.
Good, you're good.
You're gonna know these by heart, Shannon. Congratulations. First place three-dimensional design, Jonathan Blackwell, Katie Fuller, Charlie Harris, Reese Hebner, Sophia Huerta Rengo, Jesse Lewis, Daphne Milton, Alyssa Wynn, Christine Nicholas, Ann On, Maddie Harris, Naomi Rhodes, Ingrid Rosodo Castro, Ashley Ruiz, Vanessa Sonenses Zacarias, Laura Sprague, Beatrice Benzi Solis, and October Weisner.
Ann, right? Yeah. Laura's great. Laura back there. Congratulations. Beatrice. Congratulations. October. Vanessa. Congratulations. Ann. Yeah, did you see it? And there it is. All right, and Naomi, congratulations.
Two rows.
Congratulations. First place, two-dimensional design, Wilson Asensio Mendez, Morgan Baker, and Shadea Pugh. I'm going to do visual arts next. First place, Anime Division 1, Alyssa Wynn. Fifth place, Anime Division 2, Min On Wynn. Second place, Black White Photography Division 2, Benjamin Harrison. Fifth place, Colored Photography Division 2, Avery Heskett. Fourth place, Digital Art Division 1, Jesse Lewis. First place, Digital Art Division 2, Morgan Baker. Second place, Digitally Enhanced Photography Division 2, Alexis Flowers. First place, Drawing Division 1, Ann On. Third place, Drawing Division 2, Sophia Huerta Rengo. Third place, Mixed Media Division 1, Beatrice Vences Solis. Fifth place, Mixed Media Division 2, Shadea Pugh. First place, On-Site Drawing Division 1, Christine Nicholas. Second place, On-Site Drawing Division 2, Morgan Baker. Second place, Pottery Division 1, Jacob Woodruff. Second place, Quilling Division 1, Allison Collins. First place, Quilling Division 2, Dida Ahmed. Fifth place, Recyclable Art Division 2, Landon Ullman. Third place, Sculpture Division 1, Miriam Ahmed. First place, Sculpture Division 2, Kara Justice. And fourth place, Woodworking Division 2, Dallas Harrelson.
Take a minute.
Thank you, and congratulations. Other club awards for Randolph Early College High School, Herman Williams Leadership Award, and the John W. Harris Leadership Award. And the Premier Performer, Dancer, Anna K. Holt.
All right.
Southwestern Randolph High School Academics, 4th place, 12th grade Agri-Science, Brianna Trotter. 5th place, 11th grade Math, Riley Whitehead. 2nd place, 9th grade French, Kendall Hagerman. In Visual Arts for Southwestern Randolph High School, 4th place, Division 1 Color Photography, Genesis Valencia. 2nd place, Division 2 Cake Decorating, Katie Shaw. 2nd place, Division 2 Woodworking, Skylie Smith. 2nd place, Division 1 Digital Art, Caroline Cagle. And in team competitions, 3rd place, Club Trading Pin, the entire club.
So this whole group, just,
Yeah.
okay. Just let y'all stand in the middle.
Congratulations. For Trinity High School, team competitions, 1st place, Accessorized Design, Layla Jones and Mugatis Injas. 2nd place, Living Literature, Lillian Moorfield, Aiden Harlow, Kaylin Peel, and Savannah Smith. In Visual Arts for Trinity High School, 5th place, Willing, Caitlin Hill.
She's on the show. She's on the tour.
Congratulations. Northeastern Randolph Middle School Visual Arts, 3rd place Painting, Aubriana Lilly. 4th place On-Site Drawing, Madeline Beckham. Team Competitions, 5th place Club Trading Pin, Evelyn Hernandez, Addie Kivett, Emma Wilson, Tyler Marshall, Kennedy Brown, and Evelyn Wall.
What are we doing? On trading pin?
There's one. There's just one.
Oh, so they just get this one big one? Okay. Y'all get to share Thank you.
Congratulations. Randleman Middle School Academics, 4th place, 6th grade Health and PE, Scott Tuning. 4th place, 7th grade Technology, Landon Myers. 3rd place, Creative Writing, Kelly Chamberlain. In Visual Arts for Randleman Middle School, 2nd place, Fiber Arts, Abigail Mendoza. 1st place, Painting, Riley Brown. And for Performing Arts, fourth place, solo performance, Lily Gatewood. Congratulations. Southwestern Randolph Middle School, academics, fifth place, seventh grade poetry, Evelyn Slack. And last but not least, Uwharrie Ridge 612, academics, first place poetry, Cooper Tysinger. Congratulations to all of our Beta Club winners. You are now dismissed. Thank you for coming.
So, I'm gonna get you a massage.
Y'all see me like throwing it out. I'm
Never
looking
get
at
my
my
children.
children. I was like, look how pretty those kids look up here.
Listen, I think you did a great job. That was very challenging.
You did good. What are you talking about?
We're gonna do it again next year.
Next year we're going. What?
You notice, I blamed it on you and Sharon when I got stuck. But Miss Pepper, she brought all that over here when we started. I couldn't believe it.
Don't blame it on
You
Beverly.
brought all that over here after we started. I'm blaming it on them last time. It was you. Stuck her with all that.
I was trying to figure out what Shannon did to Gary to make her, him think that
Shannon set me up. But you come over after the meeting, you set her up. So it was you that did me in. Yeah, I figured that out now. Don't ever take baby club.
Easy Tracy, you want to do baby club? I said,
She did such a fine job. She needs to do it again next year.
no,
me, I haven't had
look, our calendar girl and our Beta Club girl forever.
You give her time to get her read a couple of places.
Good job.
Talk about like five decided. Who's this? Who's
I
this?
couldn't decide.
All
She did
time,
it with breaks. I was all over the
I
place.
know, right?
see, that's what's it, look, all-time Gary, all-time calendar committee, all-time Beta Club. And all
Has to
that.
be. I mean, you can't drop it. Even made Elizabeth smile. Look at her.
Oh my God. When I opened up the folder the other day and I saw these names, I thought,
Well, I can't think.
surely she's not going to surely she's going to say Random Beta Club, Southwest Beta Club, Early College Beta Club, yay.
Your name was right, we didn't miss anybody.
That is true. What?
And you did a fine job. Calling out those names. Some of those names.
I know. They're just pretty. I know, you do. You have to. She has like the one.
Yes.
It's right over there. You have to use phonics. Yeah. It was yeah. So it was only like.
Fifth place is a stretch. I'm sorry. Fifth place is fourth place is a stretch. I mean, that's a good one.
I think I could have been Beta Club faculty trade one place.
I mean, I think I could have done something. I mean, it's almost crazy.
I mean, I know.
the sound like skills that all
Yes.
that. Culinary and,
Yes.
we did skills, we had culinary and brick mix.
I mean, it was.
Thank y'all for recognizing those kids.
Yeah.
You did good.
I'm gonna do, how are you?
Okay, I'll get them to you. She's excited.
All right, we had, Okay, moving on, we had, no one to sign up tonight for the superintendent's public hearing on the 2025-2026 proposed budget. We also have no one signed up for public comments. So with that being said, I'll ask for the adoption of our, meeting agenda to approve it.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
I can't believe you guys just made Shannon say it.
I mean, after all I just
After all you could have done, they made you say
I asked
that.
you if you wanted anything to eat or drink.
All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Okay, we're ready for Dr. Gaines.
You just do so good at that.
Okay, board members have several gifts to present tonight for you. First one is a gift to Frankville Elementary School. And on March 13, Katie Henderson made me aware of a gift from Caroline Lupo with Modern Woodman Fraternal Financial in the amount of $1,500. This gift is to be used for the 5th grade field trip at Camp Caraway. I accepted this gift on March 13, and it is an information item since it's $5,000 or less. Per board policy 8220, all of these gifts are information because of that, because of being $5,000 or less. So, the next gift is another gift to Frankville Elementary School. March 31, Katie Henderson, principal of Frankville Elementary School, made me aware of a gift given to her school by Hanks Masonic Lodge 128, in the amount of $500. It's to be used for the school's Cardinal Career Connections Day event. I accepted this gift on March 31. Again, information item due to being $5,000 or less. Next gift is to Hopewell Elementary School. On March 17, Carla Miller, principal of Hopewell Elementary School, made me aware of a gift given to her school by the Archville Trinity Little League Basketball Association in the amount of $300. And this gift's use is unrestricted, so the school has flexibility to determine its use. I accepted this gift on March 17. Again, information item due being $5,000 or less. The next item is another gift to Hopewell Elementary School. On March 27, Carla Miller made me aware of a gift from Charles and Lori Finch in the amount of $1,000 to be used for general student needs. I accepted this gift on March 27. Information item since $5,000 or less. Now, the last memo you have has two gifts in it. On March 21, Justin Pugh, principal of Newmarket Elementary School, made me aware of these gifts. The first gift, Chet Varner, donated a new school store stand. If you know Justin, both schools he's been principal of, he has a school store and he works with the kids, and they buy things from the school stores, things like pencils and erasers and all. I think that's in the school store, actually. I thought I saw that in there, but anyways, Justin will probably tell me later that I missed some of the most important things. But at any rate, Chet Varner built this and has an approximate value of $1,500, and I accepted this gift on March 23. Board members, I don't know if it showed up on yours. There's the second page of the email that's attached is a picture of this school stand, school store stand that Mr. Varner built. He also gave the school a $100 gift to be used to purchase clothes for the school's clothing closet. I accepted both of these gifts on March 23. Both of them are information items due to being $5,000 or less. And so I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who continues to support our school system. Every month we have a good number of gifts. I saw one on my email today before I came in here that a principal has sent me. So I know at least one is coming back in May. So appreciate everybody's continued support of our school system. Board members, if you have any questions about any of these gifts. Thank you.
We turned it on. Yeah, cranked up.
Good evening, board members. Tonight I'm bringing you the monthly reporting. The main contract is $50,000 or more. This is per board policy 6420. We have only one item tonight. It's Gregory Pool Equipment Company, repair, parts, and service. It's a blanket PO in the amount of $75,000.
Thank you, Marty.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
And so, we need a motion to approve the consent items.
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Uh,
Kenny, we're going to action items for Dr. Gaines.
Okay, board members, we want to spend a little time tonight going through a study that I've completed on the documents entitled, that you have it in front of you, a study of the Virtual Academy at Randolph. It's on the screen. I will try to work through this with the screen as well, but this study was conducted very thoroughly, and it's focused primarily on what the welfare of the students who are enrolled in the school should the Virtual Academy at Randolph be closed. A couple of things in the executive summary. Just want to point out the need and the demand for this school has lessened a great deal since we have come out of the COVID-19 pandemic. And what also in the executive summary, where some other things, some big things out of this is, if we sent the students back to their schools that they're assigned to because of the closure of the school, it would not lead to any disruptive enrollment increases in school, and I'll talk about that in a little while. And probably the biggest factor beyond the lack of need and demand since we've come out of the COVID-19 pandemic is the cost savings. This project does cost us a good amount of money. Just for the public record, we have spent about $1,271,000 on this, counting staff resources and other resources. So I want to walk you through this. Very proud time for this project. Still very proud of this project, but just want to walk you through it. To begin with, a little overview of the school. So the school opened in the 2021-2022 school year, and it opened on the campus of Tabernacle Elementary School, and it addressed grades K-8. And I'll explain in a few minutes as a refresher to anybody listening why it opened that way. I'm very proud of this. Our school system did the right thing. We didn't make this a virtual program inside an existing school. We made it a separate school with its own school number. And I'm not faulting anybody who did anything different, but I still think we did it the right way, the best way. So on March 22, I sent a letter to the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction, and I asked for a school number. Every school has a number, so we were asking for the 32nd school in our school system to be identified. Alexis Schaus, who is a dear colleague of mine, I've known her for a long time. She's the Chief Financial Officer for the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction, responded, as you can see right there. On March 30, we were given a school number. We in turn brought the school proposal on April 19, 2021 to the board, and it was approved by the Board of Education at that time to open in 2021-2022 school year. Now I'm not going to go through this next section. Some things we did once it was approved: advertising, enrolling kids. I'm not going to go through that. That's, we even went school colors and a mascot. But I want to get to why did we open this school? Because I think this is important. There's a lot of cost. This study shows there's a lot, cost savings is a big reason for, do we go forward with closing it? But there's some reasons why we started this. So in the 2020-2021 school year, we were operating, and this is reason one, there's four big reasons. We were operating on an A-day, B-day format with a remote option for all children. And that was in a way that was consistent with state standards regarding the COVID-19 pandemic. So during the 2021 school year, the leadership of the school system started getting concerned. About January, February 2021, we wondered, would the legislature make us come up with a remote option for the 2021-2022 school year? And I will tell you, from my experience with COVID-19 pandemic, I think the 21-22 school year was maybe even more difficult than the 2021. Because I don't know if y'all remember, things slowed down and then it cranked back up as we started that 21-22 school year, second year. But we wondered what the legislature might ask us to do. And we didn't want to wait to the end of the legislative session, 2021 legislative session, and be told, okay, you're going to need to do another remote option for everybody. We were afraid that if the legislative session went long or didn't finish early this summer, we may not have time to plan. And again, we have been using the 8A, B-Day format, and so that's one of the reasons why we opened it. We wanted to make sure we had time to plan. We didn't want to wait too late and get a requirement from the state. The next reason, if I could summarize this, number 2 was we weren't worried about the high schools. Because the high schools already had a way to do a remote schedule should that come out of the legislative session of 2021. The high schools had North Carolina First Public School. As you can see, they had Career and College Promise courses from Randolph Community College. They had our iLearn online program, and they had Apex online. But all grades K-8 had was the 8A, B-Day format and with the remote option. And I can remember talking to people about as we ended the 2020-2021 school year, I was very worried as superintendent about our teachers in grades K through 8. Because when we were doing 8A, B-Day, teachers were teaching in person and remote at the same time. And I just didn't think that was a way we could sustain it. And I was worried. I was worried what would go on with our teaching force. So that leads to number 3. So the first one is we were scared of waiting too long and getting told by the state we had to do something. Number 2, I kind of summarized that as the high schools had something K-8 didn't. So that's what was another reason why we were trying to address. And number 3 was basically, I didn't think we could sustain 8A, B-Day for a second year with our K-8 teachers, where they were being asked to teach in person and remotely at the same time for a second consecutive year. So these were the needs we were trying to address, and that you can see that right here. There were several critical needs we were trying to address as we were headed into the 2021-2022 school year. Now I want to reiterate something. What I'm showing you today this is a study of where we are with this. And I think it's important we keep that in mind. This is a study of where we are, what action we might take. The last thing, and this is probably the one that, should we move and close this school, this will be a tough decision because it will impact some kids, because there are kids who their learning styles and interests this was not a primary reason, number 4, but we knew there were students out there that had learning styles and interests in doing remote instruction. And so we thought maybe we could reach and pull some students in. But I'll give you a little picture here. When the pandemic ended and students went back to in person, or let me just say this, when the pandemic ended, the students we were addressing with number 4, and I'll show you in a minute, have not been able to keep our enrollment up to a level we need to have it at to continue the school, in my opinion. So I'm just going to share with you to kind of get this on the public record. At this time, since the pandemic has ended, the major reasons, as you see right there, or most of the reasons, no longer exist for why we have that school. And that's right there. Now, when you start talking about potential closing the school, there are several factors you need to address. So let's look at the enrollment history of the school. The enrollment history of the school, enrollment has not been consistent from year 1 to year 4. I gave you and so I just picked a date in the middle of the year. It's a good solid February 15 in my mind. Looking at what's happened each year, obviously we don't know where we're going to end this year. But what you need to know is as you can see, from day 1 of year 1, 2021-2022 school year, to day 1 of the 2024-2025 school year, there's a 79 student drop. Okay? So that's what I'm talking about. When the pandemic ended, and it's very likely some of that number went back to in-person school, the students in reason number 4 weren't enough, the ones that had the interest in the learning styles weren't enough to keep us where we need to be. Also, a very important number to note is that as of March 31, we only had 48 commitments to the 2025-2026 school year for this school. And I'll tell you why that's important moving forward. School's performance. Everybody's working hard, but school's performance has not been very strong. They've been in the accountability model since year one, like every other school. We didn't, but you can see the performance. There's the letter grades. We obviously don't have anything for this year, but there are the letter grades. 2 to 3 years it's been a low performance school. So that's another part that when you do a study, school's performance needs to be addressed. So costs moving forward. I want to spend a little bit of time on this. So, you know, if students, the school received resources based on state and local allotments, and if a student goes back, right here, if a student goes back to their in-person school, those resources will follow the student. But there is one resource that is concerning. No one is concerning, as I mentioned, we have 1,271,000 in this school, and we need to, those resources need to be used in a different way, in my opinion. But another thing is, if we don't have at least 100 students, the state's not going to recognize the principal position and not going to cover the cost of salary and benefits. So as you look in there, the cost of the principal position currently $146,843.43. Now, has this been a problem up until now? No, because the first 3 years we had ESSER money. And ESSER money covered the salary of the principal and the cost of the principal. Let's say this, the cost, not the salary. The cost, because a position has salary and then the additional. This past year, the ESSER monies expired on September 30, 2024. So we were able to use ESSER money for the first 3 months, and state money picked up the last 9 months of this position. So what I will say to you here is, right in this line, in this paragraph right here, it is highly likely, I think those are the words I use, highly likely that should this school stay open, we will not be in a position for the state to fund this position. Now, I know anybody out there listening right now says, well, Stephen, it's April. But we can't wait all the way, as we're budgeting, all the way into start school. So another thing that is important to note, in addition to the principal salary, the bottom of page 4 is, yes, we're going to get the allotments, the state and local allotments per kid, like everybody else, all other 31 schools. But the number of students per teacher is way below probably anything you would find in any one of our schools. It averages about 11.78 students per teacher position. And that's not counting the PE teacher, it's not counting the music teacher is there. So we simply can't afford that ratio. And on many fronts, we can't afford that. Other 31 schools, I mean, the other 31 schools don't have those ratios, and we can't afford that. So, that's important. Now, somebody may say, well, okay, what if you were to close this? What's the impact on the students? And that's another question you have to answer with a school closure proposal. So, if we were to close it, the students would go back to the school that's aligned with their address. They could apply for a reassignment based on our reassignment rules. They would have in-person instruction. That's in this section on what would the impact on the students. They would have bus transportation provided they went to the school that was aligned with their home address. And all their data would obviously go back to the school, their performance data and all that. So I want to be very clear on this. The last 2 sentences are critical. Students with disabilities who need particularized accommodations for special education services will be accommodated in accordance with their individualized needs, whether they're in the virtual academy for Randolph or they go back to their school for in-person instructions aligned with their address. And so the closure of the virtual academy at Randolph will not have a negative academic impact on any student who currently attends. So if they go back, they're going to get the instructions aligned with their grade level. They're going to get bus transportation provided there in the school aligned with their home address. The resources will flow back that go with students. So just that's a summary in here of the impact on the students. Now, we start talking about impact to school buildings. So if you close the virtual academy at Randolph, what impact? Well, number one, it's on the campus of Tabernacle Elementary School. But the building being used was not being used by Tabernacle Elementary School in any way, I don't think. When we opened this, it's not needed for Tabernacle to operate. So the impact of the school system buildings in case of closure, basically, short to the point, we need to clean the building and secure the building, okay? Furniture and technology in the building will go back to the school system surplus, whether it be to Sheena with technology or back into Larry's area with the furniture, and then we will disperse it as needed, because obviously, if you wind up closing this school, then you wind up with the students will need those resources depending on where they are. But the big thing here is this action to close the school will not create a need to build any other school facility. In fact, it will open up a space should we want to use it down the road. So the next part of this is impact to the enrollments of other schools in the school systems. I'm going to walk you through this. So I mentioned March 31, last Monday, we had 48 students who committed to the school. Just so you know, 22 of those students are K-5 students and 26 of those are middle school students. Also, on March 30, which was Sunday night, I got a report from Atlanta, and I figured out, so how many K-5 seats are vacant right now in the school system? 2,634. How many middle school seats are vacant right now in the school system? 1,764. So we have seats, and let me just kind of walk you through the analysis here. The elementary school with the least number of seats open is Archdale. If you figure their capacity versus their enrollment, they have 33 seats vacant. The middle school with the least number of seats vacant right now is Northeast with 182. And you can go off the Winner's chart that we had today. That's where those figures came from. You have the capacity, you have the enrollment. We're talking about it today, Mr. Cutler, about Randall. So to dig a little deeper, all right, on March 26th, there were 106 students at the Virtual Academy Randolph. So I'm going to break that down for you. 53 of them were our students that are K-5. 43 are our students that are middle grades. 10 are admissions from Asheboro City Schools. Just the lay of the land. So, if we said, just to give you a point to show we have room, if we said all 53 elementary kids have to go back to one school, the only two schools that couldn't absorb that would be, for all 53 elementaries, the only two elementary schools that couldn't absorb that would be Archdale and Hopewell. Archdale has 33 seats vacant, Hopewell has 51. Okay? If you look down, there's only 3 kids from Archdale in the school. I'll show you that in a minute. So they got plenty of room. They've got 33 seats. Hopewell has 51 seats open, only 7 kids are at school right now from Hopewell. And even if you say, well, Danny, those 10 from Asheboro, what if they were all elementary? Well, if you said all 63 kids to elementary, those two schools wouldn't be able to do it. But again, when you look at their individual, they'd be fine. And at Poole Grace Chapel, they only have 56 available seats. But they only have 5 kids from Grace Chapel at school. So there's plenty of room there. The middle grades, obviously I told you, there's every middle school has at least 182 seats. So even if you said all 10 of the Asheboro City students were middle grades, everyone can absorb 53 students. So we have room in short. Another thing that I mentioned already, the resources will follow the students back to the school. The allotments will. We will find places should the school be closed. We will find school places for the staff members. Obviously, there's highly skilled staff. We will obviously use them. We have vacancies we can move them to. Should we need mobile classrooms? Right now, we have 1 at Trinity Elementary not being used. We have 2 at Braxton Craven, and we may have others. We move them to wherever we need it if that became the case. But up earlier here, I think you can see when you start looking at here, it's not really going to be an issue there. So what I gave you at the bottom is just a picture of where we are in 24, 25. This is where I was pulling those numbers from on March 26th. This is the makeup of the school right now, where everybody's from. So you can see Grace Chapel only has 5 kids. In the virtual, Archdale has 3, Hopewell, I said, had 7, there they are. There's your middle school lineup, and there's the note that 10 students out of the 106 are from Asheboro City Schools. And I've given you a little bit of a picture, or not really a little bit, I've given you the picture of the 48 students that have already committed. Now again, this was as of March 31. At some point I had to have a cutoff to get this ready for y'all. March 31 was 48 students, which was last Monday, and here's the makeup here. And I'll tell you, 48 students, but only 43 of them are from the Randolph County school system. You'll see that 5 of them are admissions from Guilford County schools, and 2 of them are admissions from Asheboro City schools. So that raises an interesting question a little bit to me. I don't know what those school systems do. I have no idea why, what the decision making is for why they come here, whether instead of Guilford, those 3 students, or Asheboro City, why they come here instead of staying in Asheboro City. So before I finish my last thing, I want to just say this too. Because one of the board members said this to me a couple weeks ago, and I didn't forget it because it was a great comment. Absolute great comment. If you choose to close the virtual academy at Randolph, you're not taking away virtual options for students who have those special learning interests and special learning learning styles. Because remember, the state of North Carolina still has North Carolina Virtual Academy and North Carolina Cyber Academy, which are 2 virtual charter schools. And by the way, we're paying for those because when a child leaves us to go there, we pay $1,541 per child out of local money to go there. So we have money in those 2 schools. Because last time, Marty, I know you presented numbers. The last time I asked Marty for those, I think we had 27 of our kids in each of those. I can't remember what your number was today. Yeah, but that was counting Pine Springs, which was not a state one, right? So there's a Pine Springs one that's jumped up this year that has some of our kids as well. So that's one more than we had in January in there, because in January, I think it was 75 total, I think. But I want to point out that, so us closing the virtual charter, virtual academy Randolph does not cut out an opportunity for a child to pursue their special learning interest or learning styles virtually. Also, just so you know, the North Carolina Virtual Public School, and this same board member mentioned that, if I remember in the comment, and when it was said, I thought, you hadn't even thought about that, Steve. You hadn't even, so many things are flying around. The virtual, the North Carolina Cyber Academy, which is, and North Carolina Virtual Academy, they're K-12. North Carolina Virtual Public School, which been around a long time, is 6-12. And oh, by the way, we pay for that too. Because we get 3.5 positions pulled from our allotment every year by the state. It's been that way for several years, so we pay for that too. So it's not like, you know, I know what could happen when somebody makes a presentation like this. There can be some reaction. But we're putting $1,271,000 in this school, which I say we cannot continue to afford. But we're also putting 3.5 positions. A position right now is 77,000. So multiply 3.5 and 77,000. That's how much money we're putting in North Carolina Virtual Public School out of our budget. And then if you take and multiply the amount of money we're putting in those 2 virtual charters, I think it's, last time I looked, it was 75,000 maybe, Marty. I can't remember what all 3 of them combined. So at any rate, so I am with this. There's 4 reasons why I recommend that we close the virtual academy at Randolph at the end of the 2024-2025 school year. They are as follows: budget concerns, the expiration of ESSER funds on September 30, 2024, the anticipated continued decline at the virtual academy at Randolph, and the fact that closure will not cause significant inconvenience or hardship to current students. They will go back to an in-person school. They will receive grade level instruction as every other student will. They will be providing transportation. Resources will be there to cover them as students, just like all the other students. Resources to the extent we can provide based on our budgets. Board members, that is a very high level synopsis, summary of the study of the Virtual Academy at Randolph, and I'll bring that to you tonight with my recommendation. Obviously, I will open the floor to any questions you have, and our attorney may have some comments, but again, this was a study, because to close the school, you have to complete a study first, and then there are other steps that, another step that has to be done with this process, should you choose to proceed with the recommendation by the superintendent.
What is the process?
So 115C-72 sets out the process for closure of a school. The first requirement is that a thorough study be conducted, which has to consider the best interests of the students in the school system. And so your decision does need to be based on the study. Then you need to hold a public hearing on the potential school closure. And so if you all do wish to proceed, my recommendation would be that you make a motion to go ahead and have that public hearing, and hear from the public about the closure. And then after you've heard from the public and reviewed the study, then you could vote to close the school.
The same day that you have to hear.
You can vote the same day as the hearing.
I think
You
like
just
right
need to
next board
consider
meeting.
what the public has to say about it.
Like next meeting, you know, this was two years ago, just for history a little bit. We kind of had the same discussion, was it 2 years ago? No, it wasn't last
2
year.
years ago.
2 years ago. 2 years ago, we had this same discussion, and I guess I basically came out and said we had done, you know, we opened it for COVID reasons, no doubt, but we had done our school system, virtual school, all of us together, it was a team thing. We'd done a poor job of advertising that school and putting things out there, using social media and all that. And they picked up their game. They did a good job of it, you know, and then the numbers picked up that year. But here's the difference. They have continued doing a good job on social media. I mean, they really have. They put things out and had public, you know, out from school, and they did everything. I'm just shocked that a school like that, and you know, I can't blame it on anybody now because they've done a good job, everybody, that you can't get that few kids.
Well, we put it out there for them to market it better, because the numbers
Down.
below
And they did a good job.
and they
still haven't picked up.
did a great.
They did a great job, and they hadn't picked up.
It just didn't pick it up. I
They
mean,
picked it up for 1 year.
it picked it up to the point where they needed to be, but it never really went over.
See, I thought it would jump, but it didn't.
It did.
Now, I do have one question. If this was to go through and close, you and I both know, and I know personally, there's some kids that probably went to this, and I know you mentioned where they could go. But let's just say you don't want to put somebody out in the water and let them learn to swim. Would we be able to help that student? If they say they don't really belong, or they don't want to be in our school, in public school, could we guide them the way to go on virtual, or is anybody a guidance?
We can get them connected to
Huh?
we can get them connected to those three options.
I mean, I just hate to leave somebody out there in the cold.
We wouldn't do that. We would try to get them connected. If that's what they chose, they wanted to go virtual, and one of those 2 virtual charters. That's why the virtual charters are there. That's why the state, it's the only 2 virtual charters that the state has sponsored or supported all this time. And so we can certainly help them get engaged with them. We obviously got virtual public school. Our high school students use that. Middle school, it's the 6-12 offering there. So.
Dr. Gaines, do you have any data as far as for the handful of students who've graduated in the past 3 years, you know, in the 8th grade there, as far as what schools they went to in high school?
Hadn't really tracked that.
Yeah, okay.
We
Well,
only
that's
got
what I'm
that
saying.
8th grade.
The other
I just
thing
wanted to
that-
know what they did in the
There's
9th grade.
there's another thing that really, we, got a point, I just wanna reiterate this as well.
But
When you start talking about things, talking about expense of this, if you choose to leave it open, then there's a strong likelihood that that ratio, or that class size per teacher, there's 9 classroom teachers, and then there's the music and the PE teacher. You're not gonna have much higher, unless you just get a whole bunch more students, higher class size, 11.78. I don't think this school system or any other school system can afford that, with where we are right now. And it's, so, I just think that that's a big piece. It's, you know, we talked about the principal salary, and that could be 1 year to the next, or principal cost of the principal position, excuse me. That could be 1 year up, 1 year down, we don't know. What we do know is, when we opened this school, it was right there. We hadn't come close to that number since the COVID-19 pandemic, when it ended. So hovering around 100 puts us in a very precarious budget position.
is there,
And that's gonna be I mean, there's a, you know, you could be doing fine, but not much over 100, and so not much over 100, and you're still dealing with those small class sizes, which we can't afford compared to the other class sizes around. And we'll move those teachers into positions in the school system, but we're spending a lot of money for a small number per teacher. And our allotments have been, you know, we're not growing yet. The growth that people are projecting is not happening yet. So, you know, we're kind of battling a bunch of issues here. Our allotments come in tighter on positions, yet we've got 9 over here, and so it's pretty tough. We've got
I mean,
What about the staff
You look
that's
at here
there?
with 11 kids average in a class, then your allotment gets cut and you have to go up to classroom size of 30 plus.
We do.
But you can't do so much of that, because you can't have
Yeah, you can't
combo
have
classes
so much.
with, I mean, I've never heard of combo classes with more than 2 grade levels in it.
Yeah.
Right now, you know, Justine Delurie's done a great job with that, but you start, if you want to address that issue with the, small number of kids per student, per teacher, you're gonna be forced that way, and then it's gonna be very difficult, I think, I mean, it's hard enough to do the combo, but,
is there any, you know, for some reason, there's about a 20% increase from opening day this year to current. Is there a reason for that? Is anybody, I mean,
yeah, you know, I would say things happen during the year and people decide to change. I mean, I've heard people say, I wanna go virtual, and maybe something's going on, you know. That really just from phone calls and all, just not even talking about
right,
that, school, just, I hear that from time to time, so I think that may be part of, you know, some, you know, but here's the concerning thing.
I mean, I know we're still
You're
at
right
106, but,
you know,
yeah,
that one goes down, this one gets, well, it goes down the whole way that
Yeah.
school year, which was the year we were presenting. I'm pretty sure it was spring of '23. I mean, just the curious piece is, just comparing year 1 and year 4, and the difference, and knowing that
50%.
that was really the year that the pandemic kind of
It's
ended.
big.
And so it ends, and now we're struggling every year since to get over 100. And 100 doesn't solve the issue about the class size. 100 only solves the cost of the principal position.
But whenever we did this, what was the max, was it like that 295, or what was the maximum capacity for that?
Well, it was on that thing. It was on that.
Oh, I
list.
can't remember, Mr. Burgess. You know, when we
When
set
it
it
first
up.
started, it was 200? That was the maximum?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, all right.
I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah. So we were close to capacity when we started then.
Mhm.
We thought that'd be easy.
Yeah.
Well, we had every reason to believe it was good when.
Well, it was when we were all
jumped
wearing
right out there. Look at that. We jumped out there and we thought, well, maybe because that fourth reason was not a primary reason, but it was about students learning interest and style, learning styles. And so you had to wonder in that first year right there, look at it. You had to wonder. But we hadn't come close to it. And that coincided with, like I say, the end of the pandemic, so.
So what do we need a motion for this, or,
We got any more questions, or not, I'll read the motion.
Yeah, I was gonna say, regardless of what we do, time is of essence.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if we leave it
We
open.
can't close it
they
today,
need-
what,
they
we
need
just have to-
Be recruiting, if we
Yeah,
close it, they need to have time
We need to
to
get in action.
So
disperse
we-
and
we
get
would
us
do
what
the,
we
we
just have to
need
make our
and staff
intentions
what we need.
known tonight, or not?
We would do the proposed hearing next month at the May.
Right, so I mean, the logical thing to do would be to go ahead and vote to set the public hearing for the next board meeting. And then you all could have time to review this study and vote next board meeting if you wanted.
Okay.
If there's no more questions, I'm gonna read the motion, and we'll just go with it. Need a motion to, hold a public hearing on the proposed closure of the virtual academy at Randolph at our next regularly scheduled board meeting at 6:30 PM on May 19th, 2025.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Uh,
Opposed? Okay, that's what we'll do.
Thank you, board members.
Okay, we're gonna move on to Mr. Trotter. Talk about that budget again.
Okay, board members, last month, we brought to you the superintendent's 2025-2026 budget. It's set for, I guess, review over the last 30 days, or since our last meeting. So we'll go through the packet really quick, but I'll certainly answer any questions that you may have. The superintendent's budget message is on the second page, is behind the cover page. Third page includes the local budget request for 25-26 school year. Those include in current expense, continuation costs of $1,067,299. Second item in current expense would be to supplement increase for all employees, finishing out at 0.5%, $925,000, and then the additional month of employment to get data managers up to 11 months would be $123,000. Total current expense request would be $2,115,299. Capital outlay request for our facility upgrade repair plan was an additional $100,000. Total request from our county commissioners, current expense and capital would be $2,215,299. Over on the proposed budget, revenues and expenses are in balance, and so for Fund 2, the total will be $29,618,197. That includes the increases I just mentioned on the page before. It also includes some of the additional costs that we've got as a school system. And it includes $1,372,000 of fund balance to make that one balance. Fund 4, capital outlay, total budget of $3,360,825. That includes our $100,000 increase for the facility upgrade repair plan. Fund 5, the enterprise fund or school nutrition, that total budget would be $12,756,832.81. They've got various increases in revenues there, some decreases as well, but overall budget would increase by $487,932.50. Our Trinity Special School Tax, Fund 7, That total budget would be $2,975,410. That's actually a slight decrease over prior year. They allotted some appropriated fund balance last year that would not be appropriated for coming years, so that's the reason for that difference. So it's actually $200,338.60 less. Fund 8, which is the other specific revenue in our local account, total budget would be $3,227,500. That would be a $241,876.90 increase from prior year. You see the different revenue sources. We're getting some of those more in line with what we're actually receiving. And also in the Fund 8, we've got $1,028,000 appropriated in fund balance. And behind that is the breakdown by PRC. You'll see the increases or decreases across the board there by each program or each fund. So the local current expense Fund 2, capital outlay Fund 4, school nutrition or the enterprise fund Fund 5, AT tax, special school tax Fund 7, and the other restricted Fund 8. And finally is the school performance grades. Any questions?
Questions?
Thank you, Marty.
Thank you.
So I guess if not, we need a motion to approve the superintendent's 2025-2026 proposed budget.
So moved.
Have a second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Marty.
Board members, we will deliver the budget to county manager's office tomorrow. Marty and I will. And thank you, Marty, for all that work with that.
Are the numbers and all that, I mean, I know when you used to do it, is it changed a ton, or I guess it has a bunch, hasn't it?
It's bigger.
I tell you what, you really like, I mean,
You narrowed it down.
he's done a good job. I mean, the way you caught on and come back like you never missed a day, I'm telling you. And on top of it, I mean, I know when you think about budget and finance and all that, and I probably don't say it enough, but we're very lucky you did us a favor. And we appreciate that very much, because I can't even imagine, I mean, it was like, it's just great that you had someone to step in like Marty that had been here and knew everything, and I can't tell you how much that means that you came back. And I know it's hard to put up with the superintendent and this board, but sometimes, you know, you tough it out well. We appreciate it. And the guy beside you, I mean, my goodness.
Did you say keep up or put up?
Put up.
Oh,
Put up. I'd say keep up. No. He can keep up with us. All right, so Sharon, we're moving on to you.
I'm never ready. I move that the Randolph County Board of Education go into closed session pursuant to North Carolina General Statute 143-318.11A, 1, 3, and 5 to preserve the attorney-client privilege, to discuss confidential personnel matters protected by the North Carolina General Statute 115C-319, and to discuss negotiations related to the acquisition of real estate.
All right, we have the motion. We have a second. Second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Closed session.